mimi nakutaka wewe. Usikatae mwito.
Siwezi.
Saida I was inspired by the location. 2006, I remember walking down Old Town and thinking, this place is so rich. It's so authentic. No one has tampered with it. It's so beautiful in terms of picture. If you look at it from a picture point of view, from the camera, then I felt I need to write something about Old Town. I need to do something. And then I thought of a story, and then so I had to merge the story with the setting, which is a bit the reverse of how we write scripts.
Being a director of photography basically means being in charge of pictures. The gamma, the grains, the setting, the color, everything that entails in picture. Basically what you want is quality. The director expects you to give quality picture.
Saida, mbona mimi sikuelewi? Yanaogopesha, yani wamaanisha nini?
Mimi pia simuelewi.
It's a low budget process. So, you know, I didn't audition per se, except for one part of Saida, which I had to, but more or less, the other parts, the other characters, I did more of typecasting because I didn't have money. The problem with auditioning is you call people and they turn out in numbers and you don't have something to give them. While I was writing, I had people in mind already who can do what.
Sincerely, it was just an impromptu thing, but yeah, here I am. Doing Saida has been good, a bit freaky because it's my first time, but it's good. I'm learning and I'm enjoying it as much as I'm still nervous, as you can see.
I believe she's sweet, but she's got some attitude, man. Yeah, but the chemistry thing, it's a little bit hard.
The film took 2 days, basically less than 48 hours. Yeah, it was hectic. We worked from morning to evening, both the first day and the second day. Yeah, so basically we'd say it took around less than 48 hours.
Yesterday was a little bit hectic, but I believe today we're going to do a great job.
Zenith as a company, we've really embraced the teamwork thing. You know, we're like a body. Body you can't do without the ears, the nose and everything, something like that. So it wasn't the first time working with my colleagues. I found it very easy because we could check out on other people's mistakes. We could always be checking out what was going on. Everybody was really attentive and concentrating on what they were doing at the same time, if everything was okay. So we really made a good team to come out with such a good production.
Costuming was crazy. It was crazy. We didn't have a wardrobe department. Low budget. So we had to call guys and you know, tell them, you know what, could you get this kind of costume? Can you get this kind of dress, this kind of kanzu, just to make it. So we worked with basically what we had in our hands to achieve what we could at that point, because we didn't have the resources to do, you know, everything in a more professional setup.
We shoot on Sony PMW EX3 cameras. We used very good sound, and basically the lighting and everything, we used the best in the industry.
Saida is a love story. A lady in her early 20s who happened to be lame. She has all it takes to be a bright, intelligent Kenyan citizen. But society has kind of pushed her to the cocoons. She struggles to be accepted by people, by her family, and people to accept that the fact that she's disabled does not mean that necessarily that she cannot do the things that anyone else can do. So then she finds her love, who is Carissa. Just a love story. And art and film are just mirrors of society. It's what happened outside, you know, so it's nothing new.
people go through this stuff as much as it's in a play, in a film, but it happens, and I would like people to think about it.
It's a choice for you to open your heart towards if you treat these guys with respect and with honor. Of course, they're like us. They have feelings, they have emotions, they deserve to be loved.
Watu wengi hawapendi kukubali kwamba ndani ya majumba kuna mambo fulani ambayo yanafanyika ambayo si haki kabisa. Tunafahamu kwamba vizuri kuwa disability is not inability. Si kwamba tumchukulie ni kilema basi awe ni mtu ambaye hayuko sawa na sisi vile tulivyo. Tumpatie haki zake kikamilifu na tumchukulie kama mtu wa kawaida.
People might think that the story is limited for the fact that it's done in Swahili. I don't think so. I know very good movies that were done in native language, like City of God, but still they managed to win awards. Any keen person will still watch this movie, with subtitles or no subtitles. I like the scene when they're eloping and they're in a tuk-tuk, and you know, Saida is leaning on Carissa. For me, that the picture there speaks thousands.
Carissa is beaten out of the house by Saida's father, you know, on the street. It was really interesting. You know, everybody was like, hey, what's up? What's going on around?
When Carissa is thrown out of the house and falls down, and there's scuffling here and there. I don't know, I like that scene.
Carissa and Saida in the bedroom, and it was a challenging shot to take.
I love the dialogue between Saida and the mom pushing her to, you know, to use the pregnancy test kit. Basically, I may end up mentioning like all the scenes, but yeah.
Film production is really growing in Kenya. I really appreciate what guys have come up with. There's a lot of good production, but still we need to be very careful, and we have a long way to go. But there's a lot of potential in the industry. We have good production. We've seen good production from other media houses, but we again have to believe in ourselves. We don't have to keep on outsourcing people from other countries to do productions in our own country. Yet we have talent in our own country. So I believe, apart from these good productions that are coming up, we have to trust in ourselves and take up the challenge.